So how did we get to the point of this TV broadcast? Let's take a look at our Grand Casino Road to the Championship, Randy.
Number one, Zerbinski taking on John Van Hees. He catches a double in the middle of that match, and he takes John Van Hees down 207 to 183. Match number two, John Zerbinski would face Josh Blanchard, and after a 5-pounder, he would leave the pocket 410. But he doesn't go away quietly. Instead, he slides the 4 into the 10, converting, staying clean. He would go on to take out Josh Blanchard 232 to 184. And then in the match you just saw, it was, well, it got ugly towards the end. EJ Tackett has a chance to shut out John. He goes 3-6, 9-10, he misses it. Zerbinski goes 2-8-10, he misses it. EJ Tackett wins sitting on the bench. And the moral of the story, folks, is don't poke the bear.
2016 PBA Bear Open. And we are ready for the championship match. It's Montgomery, our master of ceremonies this year at the Fall Swing. Getting everybody pumped up here at Thunderbolt Lanes outside Detroit. Dave Ryan, Don Barrett, guest commentator, PBA star, Hall of Fame partner Randy Peterson, entire crew here, ready for the championship match. So, guys, I'm curious about EJ kind of winning in a strange fashion there with all the misses. What's the mental approach like now?
Well, I think EJ can actually put that one kind of in the books where it allows him to go into this match with not quite as much pressure on his shoulders. He didn't really do much to win, but John allowed him to go through, and it got ugly at the end, but it wasn't really because the condition got too hard. It was more rookie errors, if you like. So he's in a great position now to bowl a good game, and he's bowling arguably the hottest guy on tour, Jesper Svensson.
He just got the biggest gift of his life. If he doesn't feel like right now that this tournament is his, then there's something wrong. He just made a ball change, it worked. I mean, he's got to be the loosest guy in the building.
Well, apart from maybe Jesper, in 21, 5 titles, the youngest of 5 titles. He's on such a great 18 months. It doesn't feel like anything can go wrong for him, I don't think. We'll see how this show goes.
Throwing 15 pounds, the unique lefty, two-handed, and some good carry. All 10 down, a great start for Jesper, the top seed.
When Jesper has his trick, he's unbeatable, and I think everyone on tour will agree with me. And his trick is being able to throw urethane. He rarely throws reactive resin. He throws urethane. He has, how many urethane bowling balls do you think he carries with him at one time? Did you room with him this week?
Yeah, and now that we've part of the Weber Cup team, become quite good friends with Martin Larson and Stu Williams and Oscar Palermo, and yeah, I get to know Jesper pretty well. I was actually telling him this week he shouldn't ever try and throw reactive. He should just do that with urethane.
Throwing a pitch black, the weakest non-aggressive bowling ball in his arsenal, and it's a great start for Jesper.
So going into one of the last rounds that got him to lead this TV show, he came out with a few reactive balls, and I said, just keep throwing the urethane. You're not going to lead or win with reactive. It's not a slight against Jesper. He's so good with urethane. He can do something that no one else can do.
That was close. Oh, we didn't like that from the beginning.
Paid for
4-6.
Sorry, Dave. Yep. Through the schnoz, leaves the 4-6.
So, right now with EJ, he didn't get any shots in the break. That was his first shot on that lane. You really have to throw that first shot good so you can get a good read and you can come back on. You're going to finish on that lane as well, remember. So he really needs to throw every shot good. I mean, that's obviously something you have to do in every sport is do your best. But for bowling, you have to throw that first shot so good to get a good read. Otherwise, now his first shot on that lane is going to be the 4th frame.
Great point. Getting off that good start, so important. Boy, Jesper's got a good look, clearly. 3rd frame, EJ's got to make up some ground, and 7-10.
Okay, so anyway, that extra life that he got from the last game is apparently carried over into this game. That ball got back from Windsor. Still to leave the pocket 7-10.
And still, Jess Stayrook, 1991, Tucson, last to make the 7-10 split on TV. Only been done 3 times in tour history.
Tom, explain the difference between urethane and reactive resin.
So we go back to when Randy, you were bowling out on tour.
Ouch.
So urethane really comes back from the late 80s, where, I mean, the reactive monoballs we use today are still based around this urethane, but it's such a more aggressive cover stock. So this cover stock picks up early and is very smooth. Bad shot from Jesper. And a reactive really picks up in a similar spot. It depends how much grit you put on the top of that surface, but it comes off, it's so much harder with reactive bowling balls do. Urethane's a lot smoother.
Jesper does have that unique approach. He's unique in every way, really. Doesn't cover this time, 7 stands. It is time for Track Tech Talk. Randy, speaking of which, on Jesper, what do you think?
It's a completely unique approach. I want you to watch what happens in between his 3rd and 4th step. Both feet literally come off the ground, and instead of tight roping the approach, his feet are spread apart going into the foul line. Here you get a great angle from behind. 3rd step goes to the right. 4th step goes to the left. Keeps his hips square and helps him to go up the lane. And guess what? It's very efficient. Question is longevity. How long will he be able to do that? It looks like there's a tremendous amount of torque and pressure on his body.
I think the same thing could almost be said for EJ.
Without question. I mean, I couldn't agree more.
Certainly becoming a younger guy's game more and more.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately for you.
He does throw it hard, doesn't he? Torque the ball there, and there's the 4-pin standing as Dom and Randy continue to have fun about
I'm still laughing.
Randy's career.
Yeah, fun at the expense of others.
There you go.
The book by Dom Barrett. All right.
So that's that shot we were talking about a minute ago where he actually threw it good and it came high. Now he knows that ball's going to hook on that lane no matter what. Whereas that first shot he could have left a few frames ago. That could have been that double, 3 in a row, and it could have continued.
There's a 4-pin for EJ, also an excellent golfer. PGA Junior Amateur in Indiana. Player of the Year, 16-year-old in the state of Indiana in golf, and the Rookie of the Year on the PBA Tour, so a dual sports star. Plays at a +1, so on the golf course, Randy's a very good golfer. Not sure about your golf game, Dom.
Oh, I can't play seniors in golf yet, so I'm just going to stick to bowling. I'm not a very good golfer.
I mean, EJ's a professional.
EJ's very good. I've played with him before, but he's just one of those athletes where he's just really good at what he does. I mean, I think that most of the players out here will agree that he does things to a bowling ball that impresses a lot of people. The thing that's not impressing me, though, is I feel that this is EJ's best chance at winning based on the angle, the way the oil pattern's broken down, and he's not getting it done through 5 frames.
Responds, all 10 down.
We'll tell you something about Jesper. For a 21-year-old, he is not scared. He just gets up there and he's more than happy to keep striking and striking. I was very surprised he missed the head pin a little while ago. He knows where his misses should be. And if you give him any opportunity, he has no problem taking it.
Both of these players are very entertaining, very fun to watch. If you're a fan of professional bowling, you wouldn't mind all title matches involving players like this. The two-handed style, the power player in EJ Tackett, just fun to watch.
15 Rookie of the Year. He's the 6'10".
So I know talking to the ball reps that the right-hand lane hooked a little bit more for Jesper as well. So he tried to practice a little bit more in the left lane to try to break it down a little bit so they could actually be fairly close, the 2 lanes together, instead of the left lane being so tight.
Like many two-handers, That's how he started bowling in Sweden at age 2. He was too little to get up there with one hand. There is an open frame. Look out, 6-pin up. So we went with a two-handed style, continue that, and now one of the best bowlers in the world. He's not going to change now, that's for sure. But E.J. Tackett right in the match on the open frame. More coming up from Detroit. Tackett, Svensson, championship match. E.J. down by 14 pins, but an open frame for Jesper in the 6th. Has opened the door for E.J. Tackett. Looking for his 3rd career PBA Tour title. Out of the break. That's how you do it, Dom.
Yeah, really nice shot there, Dom. Better shot, better execution, better touch.
Yeah, I think this has really been that show of sort of missed opportunities to really put pressure on your opponent. This has let EJ settle down as much as he possibly can in that little commercial break we had, and he can take those few deep breaths. You can see on his face those negative thoughts aren't quite there as much anymore, and he threw that one really good.
For the lead. Yes. Let's go. Come on. E.J. Tackett. Up now by 6 pins with a double.
Way to rebound for E.J. Tackett after the 7-10 split in the 3rd. This is just a beautiful shot. Working on a double, and that to take the lead for the first time in this match.
Let's go. Come on.
This might be the first time on TV that EJ's realized that he can win.
Seven pin here for Jesper.
Little soft 7. This is the first time, though, for Jesper Svensson. First time as the #1 seed in the stepladder finals. Uncharted waters. It's not the first time he's ever bowled for a title, but it's the first time as the #1 seed.
Hey! So we have a little joke with Jesper because his hand comes around it. He always has that strong release, and his spare ball always hooks a couple of boards. So he's quite happy he made that one.
Get a workout just wiping the oil off the bowling ball.
Yeah, the urethane cover stock is a lot harder than a reactive cover stock, so it doesn't accept the oil. Okay, watching Jesper here, there's a little story as if to why he's so far away from the foul line. About 3 years ago in Europe, he needed count in a fill shot to win, and a good shot there. And unfortunately, he went over the foul line, so he didn't win the title because he fouled. And we keep joking with him, he's so far away now, but he says, hey, I'm never going to foul again.
He won't be in that far away, Dom. There's no question. That is a good distance to the foul line. Tackett has the turkey, now the 4-bagger. That's the attempt in the 8th frame. Go up by 16 pins. There the max scores. E.J. That Scott went across the deck but could not reach the 10.
This was a good shot, though. Didn't get the strike, but this was a good shot. This was good execution. Ball just comes in a little late.
Yep, definitely. So much on this show, and in EJ's pass on TV, that's when the errant shot happens and he doesn't hit the pocket. So he has to make sure he does that first. He threw it good. Now tidy up your spare and have another go.
He's making sure. We've had some open frames here, especially at the end of his match with John Serbinski. That was a wild finish out of the 9th. Championship match. Stats leading up to this big moment for E.J. Tackett.
Okay, I like the fact that he's blowing out there. He's having that deep breath, recomposing himself. Looks in a lot better place than we've seen before.
Oh, 10 down, big shot.
Max score now for E.J. Tackett, 216. Max score for Jesper Svensson, 221.
Yeah, it really is anyone's game right now with the scores. Nobody has really taken a big score and run with it, but it's very close. See if Jesper can get a double.
Yes, he can.
You kind of see Jesper's fighting the oil down lane. His ball's not really coming out to the pocket that hard and destroying the pins we're used to seeing, but they're getting there. He's getting the power, it's coming back, they're falling over.
That's what he needs. 2 strikes and 6. A lot of work to do, though.
A couple of shots ago in this lane, the ball hooked early. He made the move, he struck, he went light again though. Let's see what he does this time.
Six pin.
E.J. Tackett. More life. Got a gift in the last match with John Zerbinski, and now he just got some more life here from Jesper Svensson. Max score now for Jesper, 200.
Yep, so Jesper needs to make this, get 7 to force EJ to strike in his first shot.
How much different would this be if Jesper converted the 6-10 and the 6th?
Yeah, I mean, it's been like that all day, really. You could say the same thing about EJ. Missed that 10 pin, and yeah, it's been a bit like that. So this kind of final was always going to be that way, I think. But I like what Jesper's doing here, taking his time, making sure he goes up and throws a good shot. And it's making EJ think about it a bit more too.
Yeah, this re-rack is to definitely help EJ sit a little bit longer than normal.
He has another one. Should he take both?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it before. $199.
Okay.
There's the 7 pin. There's his final score. So 199 for Jesper, the top seed, and up steps E.J. Tackett with a chance.
Got a strike on this ball.
That's what you want as a bowler. When you're in this position, you're in the 10th frame to win a title, you want a chance. You want, you know, the other guy doesn't strike out to shut you out, you've got a chance. You have to say that to yourself too. He's not going to strike out, I'm going to get a chance. So he should have been thinking about this for the last few minutes. Now's his opportunity.
Needs a strike here. Good, it is good. It's a strike for E.J. Tackett to get closer to a championship.
Yeah, great shot from EJ. And I think there's a few people out there saying it's about time. He's bowled absolutely great for a number of years now and struggled on TV, and he's bowled a really good game, throwing good shots when he needed to.
Well, let's put it this way. I don't think anybody's surprised.
E.J. Tackett has wrapped up the title. As long as he gets a few pins down here. She'll do, and he will take home the 2016 PBA Bear Open. E.J. Tackett is a winner.
You know, he's gone through those hard times on TV. He got the gift from John Zerbinski, and he made the most of it. Well deserved.
Yes, absolutely.
Finally got it, guys. Finally got that win on TV. Woo! This is so great. Wow. I have no clue to say right now.
E.J. Tackett, 2 titles coming in, but none on TV. And now, as he just told us, he has won the PBA Bear Open on television today. Here in Detroit, E.J. Tackett from Huntington, Indiana, only 24 years old, has won his 3rd career PBA Tour title, but first ever on TV. How excited is E.J.? 212, 199. On the 2nd seed, knocks off the top seed. A couple of former rookies of the year in Jesper Svensson. E.J., the champ, joined by Randy Lane-Level.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Congratulations, EJ. Title number 3, but first time on television. Describe the feeling.
It's absolutely amazing. I'm at a loss for words right now. Just to finally get that win on TV and to perform when I needed it, it just feels amazing.
I mean, it got ugly there for a while, but come crunch time, you really stepped up and proved to be a great champion. But what was going on that led up to that dramatic 10th frame?
You know, I was fighting ball reaction a little bit there, and I switched balls in between games there, and the one I switched to, the Sigma Sting, looked really good. You know, the last half of the game, I felt like I threw the ball really well. I left that Swisher 10 there in the middle, but I just got up there and I did it.
I know Mom and Dad couldn't be here, but I know they're watching. What would you like to say to them?
Oh, I want to thank Mom and Dad. You know, my dad has been my coach my whole life, and they're the biggest support system I could ever dream of having. So, Mom and Dad, I love you guys. This one's for you.
Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
What a moment for E.J. Tackett. Wins the 2016 PBA Bear Open. She'll be with us next week for the PBA Badger Open at 9 o'clock Eastern. And beginning on Friday, log on to PBA's Extra Frame video subscription service to check out the preview show for next week's PGA Badger Open. Congratulations to E.J. Tackett, the number 2 seed, has his 3rd career PBA Tour title as he wins the 2016 PBA Bear Open. For my broadcast partner, Randy Peterson, our guest analyst, Dom Barrett, it's Dave Ryan saying so long from Thunderbolt Lanes, just outside Detroit. For scores, highlights, features, and more, go to CBSSports.com. It's been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. It was dramatic. E.J. Tackett needed some help from John Zerbinski to climb the ladder, and eventually he did. He knocked off Jesper Svensson for a PBA title today in Detroit.